Hey guys, this is Rick and welcome to Tech Talk. In these videos, I'm going to just be talking about different technical things, kind of cover the wide gamut of different technical type topics, a lot of programming stuff, but other stuff too, just, some fun topics and whatnot. And in this one, I wanted to talk about, I've talked about AI before, especially Minecraft AI, and I thought I'd just talk a little bit about that and what I consider to be cheaty and not cheaty AI. Now, a lot of games implement cheaty AI, and that is what I mean by cheaty AI. I mean, AI stands for artificial intelligence, obviously. It's sort of artificial intelligence is sort of a catch-all phrase for programs that behave in a somewhat intelligent manner. So it doesn't mean they're smart. They have the appearance of behaving in an intelligent manner, because computers are not smart. You basically have to tell them every little thing or they can't do anything. There's no real intelligence inside the computers, but you get the appearance of intelligence by using artificial intelligence techniques. Now, cheaty AI. One of the hallmarks, one of the things that I do in my programs is I implement non-cheaty AI. Now, what I mean by that is cheaty AI is allowing the computer to have access to information that it should not have. And within the program, for example, is all the data associated with whatever program is running. Well, I mean, it'd be a simple matter for the computer just to look at your location, for example, and know exactly where you are and pathfind to you. But that's cheating, because you don't have access to that information. You don't have access to where that monster is. So why should they have access to where you are? We as players use a method called discovery to gather information about the game that we're playing. The computer should employ that method of discovery as well. In order to be fair, the computer shouldn't have access to information it's not supposed to have. Now, I've got an example here. I've got a maze. Okay, we don't know anything about the maze. I mean, obviously I built the maze, so I know about it, but I'm pretending like I don't. But we've come upon this maze, and so we need to find out some information about it. So now, in a maze, a good rule of thumb to use is called the right-hand rule. And what that means is basically you take your hand and you put it on the right-hand wall, and then you leave it there, and you walk the maze, always keeping your right hand on the wall. And eventually you'll come to the end of the maze, or the solution of the maze, or the exit to the maze, whatever it may be. Not always, but generally speaking, it's a technique that works. So we'd always take the right-hand rule. So if we follow the right-hand rule here, okay, that's a dead end. We hear something over here. Let's see. That's a dead end. And did we go down this way? I don't remember. I need to be marking these. Aha! Okay, we've discovered a villager here. So that's a piece of information that we've discovered. And uh-oh, I didn't fill in my maze. Let me fill in my maze. Okay. So continue on. Continue on. And there we are, back at the beginning. So, okay, so this is the maze, and we chose the right-hand rule, and we discovered information about that maze. And that's the process of discovery, and that's what we normally do when we're trying to figure out what a level is. Now, cheaty AI, on the other hand, already has this information. In other words, it doesn't use discovery. It uses it looks at the data in the program and uses that to make its AI choices. I just want to make sure that we have nighttime here. There we go. because now if the program isn't cheating, this zombie is going to have to use discovery to find that villager. If the program is cheating, it's going to go straight to it without using discovery. We had to use discovery to find out where that villager was because we didn't have that prior knowledge. Okay, so let's put this guy down here. Oh, I think I got it on peaceful. Yeah. Let's do it easy. I mean, we're not doing anything else here. There we go. Now let's watch this guy. All right, he went straight to the villager. That's Cheaty AI. Look at this guy. How does he know the villager's even there? Let's, maybe that was a fluke. Let's do it again. Nope. Straight to the villager. Okay, so that's Cheaty AI right there. That's a good example of Cheaty AI. Those zombies had access to information that we don't have. In other words, they knew where that villager was. They knew that there was a villager there. But more than that, okay, I could deal with the fact that they know the villager's there. Maybe they heard him. Maybe they smell him. Maybe they just have a sixth sense and know where the villager is. Okay, but how did they know, without cheating, how to get to that villager? We couldn't do that. We had to use discovery in order to find that villager, but not the zombies. They pathfind directly to it. And that's Cheaty AI. And in my opinion, that should not be implemented in a game. That zombie should be on the same level that we are as far as trying to figure out where it needs to go. It should have used discovery in order to discover or to find that villager. Even if it knew that that villager was within, 10 blocks of it or whatever it is there, it shouldn't be able to pathfind directly to it. How does it know that? It shouldn't know that. It should, use the right-hand rule or whatever. And that's always the principle that I use when I've programmed my games, my RPGs especially, my roguelike games. The monsters never know where the player is. They don't have that knowledge. They have to discover it, just like I have to discover where their location is. Now, if they see me in the games, they have memory. Okay, I saw the player at this X and Y location. I remember that because they do have memory. And they'll go to that place and they can listen. They can hear. Well, there's nothing wrong with these guys being able to do that as well. But, them being able to directly pathfind from the entrance here, from this entrance to where this guy is without having to use discovery is how I define Cheaty AI. And it's unfortunate that so many games use Cheaty AI. Instead of taking the time and effort to actually implement decent AI within the game, they take the easy way out and they use Cheaty AI. And I've never done that, and there's some games that don't do that. They actually play fair with the player, but most games don't. They use Cheaty AI, and they justify it from the fact that, well, it gets too complicated. Well, you know what? It's if you're going to be fair, then you need to be fair on both sides of the fence. The computer should play by the same rules as the player, and that's always been my philosophy in game design, that the computer has to play fair with the player. So anyways, that's the Tech Talk for today. That's Cheaty AI, a good example of it here in Minecraft. So keep an eye out for other things. I'm going to be talking about AI some more, because artificial intelligence is kind of a hobby of mine and something that I love playing around with. So we'll talk about it some more, and we'll get into some of the details and about how to implement non-Cheaty AI. So as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you again next time. Look at these guys, man. They're just going right straight for that guy. Cheaters, cheaters, cheaters. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.